You wake up with that familiar heaviness, the one you don't talk about but always feel. It follows you through quiet mornings and long nights, whispering that nothing ever truly changes for you. You try, you push, you hope, yet life seems to loop in the same slow circle. So today, you step outside, searching for someone who might finally help you understand why your progress always slips through your fingers. You're not looking for motivation. You're looking for truth. And as you walk toward the old Gardener's Hill, part of you wonders whether your problem is an effort at all, but something much smaller, something hidden, something you've been doing without noticing. You don't know it yet, but this visit will rearrange the way you see your own days. And once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. When you reach the garden, the old man doesn't greet you with comfort or advice. Instead, he places 2 small seeds in your hand, so light you barely feel them. He tells you to plant them side by side, to give them the same sunlight, the same water, the same attention. You follow his instructions, not because you understand, but because something in his silence feels wiser than all the noise in your life. Day after day, you return. At first, both sprouts rise together, fragile and unsure, almost identical. You convince yourself that this time, finally, things might work the way you expect. But slowly, almost imperceptibly, the plants take different paths. One grows taller, steadier. The other stays small, almost shy, as if afraid to reach any higher. You feel frustration rising in your chest. You did everything the same, so why are the results so different? The gardener simply says, keep watching, and even though the words are simple, they pull you deeper into a truth you haven't yet recognized. A truth waiting just beneath the soil. You come back on a morning when the air feels heavier than usual, carrying the same question inside you. Why didn't they grow the same? You kneel beside the 2 plants, your hands hovering over them like you're trying to feel an answer. The taller one stands firm, confident, almost proud. The smaller one trembles at the slightest breeze, as if it's waiting for someone to save it. The gardener joins you quietly, as he always does. He doesn't look at the leaves or the stems. He looks at you. Then, without a word, he gently lifts each plant from the soil. That's when you finally see it. The strong plant hides a network of deep, tangled rootstick, committed, reaching far beneath the surface. The weaker plant has only short, hesitant roots, thin as threads, barely gripping the earth at all. You feel something shift in your chest, something uncomfortably honest. The gardener's voice is soft but steady as he says, "This is what habits do. They grow where no one is looking." And long before the world sees the difference has already begun. His words land deeper than you expect. You realize you've been measuring your life by results, but your results were shaped by routines so small you barely remembered them. And that's when the truth hits you. You weren't failing because you weren't trying. You were failing because you were watering the wrong roots. You hold both plants in your hands, one heavy with life, the other fragile and uncertain. For a moment, you feel as if you're holding 2 versions of yourself, the one you've been and the one you could become. The gardener doesn't lecture you, doesn't warn you, doesn't try to convince you. He simply watches, waiting for the moment when you see what he has known all along. Then it clicks. The strong plant didn't become strong because it was gifted. It became strong because it received steady, quiet attention on the actions, repeated without applause, without excitement, without the burst of motivation you always wait for. The weaker plant isn't weak because it's doomed. It's weak because its roots were fed only when you felt inspired, when it was convenient, when life didn't get in the way. And suddenly you realize that your entire life has been built the same way. You look at the gardener, and he nods, as if reading the decision forming inside you. Growth doesn't ask for perfection, he says, only consistency. You breathe in slowly, letting the truth settle where excuses once lived, because now you understand that change begins in the smallest places, in the choices no one sees, in the seconds you usually waste, in the habits that feel too small to matter. As you walk home, you carry the strong plant with you like a promise. You carry the weak one like a reminder, and you understand, finally, that your future won't be decided by grand plans or rare bursts of inspiration. It will be shaped by tiny moments you will choose differently from now on. And in that quiet decision, something powerful takes root inside you, something ready to grow